Good morning, team. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. Glad to be with you this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs. That starts with you clicking that button. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so why not? Click that button. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started. Dow futures are up 8 points. NASDAQ is up 12. S&P is flat. I mean, just flat still. The Russell is down this morning, 2102 on the futures side. Dollars up. Dollars up. What do we know, team? That means assets are going to go down slightly, and that's fine. Yields are up as well. So I did a couple videos last night. Did one a public video for everyone that's a subscriber to our channel. Talked about the week, talked about what I'm expecting. So if you are looking for more of a deep dive in what to expect for the week, what my opinion is on Nvidia and the stock market, make sure to take a look at that last video we posted. It was the weekly recap. My options members, I also did a video for you guys. It was a quick one talking about our positions and what do I expect. And of course, Nick taking care of the futures video that was posted last night as well. So always great content for you guys to prep yourselves for the week. Volatility index up 2% as well. 1224, very, very suppressed. I talked about that slightly on the weekly video. So keep an eye on the VIX. There's a time where, insurance works this way. Buy it when you can, not when you need to. When you need to, it's going to be very expensive. When you can, tends to be very cheap. So when you're at this depressed levels of the VIX, you usually don't get another leg higher, or it's very, you have a ceiling on that. So, manage expectations in terms of the stock market. I wouldn't think we're going to go to 5,400 today. It actually looking like we're going to get a choppy, kind of boring, slow day. Mind you, next Monday, guys, is Memorial Day. So it's a short week next week. And that means Friday, more likely, volume's going to be a little lower. May for the stock market has been tremendous. So again, temper those expectations. I do expect us to tag all-time highs again. Not exactly hard to do from this level, but again, I wouldn't expect anything to moon, let's just say. Crude oil is down 0.84%, 78.92. Thank you, dollar. $2.53 for gasoline futures. That's at 1.39% down. Here's the pump and dump of the day: gold and the precious metals. So let's take a look at gold. Wow, pump and dump right at 24.54. So now we know where resistance is. That was previous all-time highs. You got that pullback. Let's take a look at the daily. Did anything change? Last time we had this kind of candle, we pushed higher for the next 4 days. So maybe we retest that high and then we pulled back slightly. Could be a double top setup here. Who knows? Maybe just a possible retest of the previous candle here, that big green candle at 23.80, possibly. I still like gold for more upside. There's been some flows in it. And again, I am short the dollar or bearish on the dollar. Silver, I know everyone was talking about it. I talked about silver as well on the weekly video. And we were talking about what's the entrance that we're looking at. And again, look at this nice move. And I'll show you on SLV because it'll look a little better. So let's take a look at it. SLV. All right. And again, the market is not open. So this candle is going to be a little different. We're at 28.59 now. So let's go to the 4-hour. And again, beautiful break, but again, pullback pre-market with silver futures. Let's wait for 30.14. We don't need to get in now. There's a gap to fill there at 27.20, which could be a concern. But let's go and expand this a little bit. There we go. These are weekly candles, team. And you can see that beautiful wedge breakout. 30.14 being my first target. After that, we're taking a look at 35. I know it's a lot. But if the dollar value goes down, silver, copper, gold, Bitcoin, crude oil, orange juice at an all-time high as well, those commodities are going to gain in value. So let's go to copper. Copper, beautiful breakout. Same thing, pulled back. So what can you do there? Not the best kind of candle here, but again, we're not open. But we did pull back. Why does this matter? Because I have Freeport-McMoRan, FCX, and they are gold and copper miners. So pull back to the trend line again. We were in the money this morning, guys. This has been a tease for us, but it has been a good stock for us to trade this year. FCX was one of our top 10 stocks of 2023. So we've been riding this copper train for quite a minute. And remember, there's copper in semiconductors. A lot more semiconductors mean more demand for copper. So commodities are important as we start building more and more stuff to power the AI dreams and all that good stuff. So going down the list here. Let's see. Dollar yen 156.10. Aussie dollar 66.68. We still have that signal open. We're down about 32 pips on the moment. Euro dollar 108.59. Bitcoin futures pulled back 67,250 and 3,100 for Ethereum this morning. So pump and dump in terms of the metals this morning. Dollar bouncing, yields bouncing. Let's see what we get. Let's answer some questions. Good morning, everybody. All right, we got happy Monday, everybody. Painless says, happy Monday to you. Leonardo's asking about Citibank because I do have calls. Citibank is my, I can't say revenge trade. That's not good. We'll just say our, let's say our re-up from Bank of America, which didn't work out for us. But I like Citibank. Of course, the breakout, we know, just stay above 64 and we're fine. And again, I'm looking for 67 as a target for more upside. Bank of America last week, we just ran out of time. We had the 40s. Now it's at 39.26. It's going to be a slow grinder. But come on, guys. This is a breakout. Above 38.46. Here's my target. Doesn't mean I'll never trade Bank of America again. I wasn't wrong. I was just a little early, and that's fine. But we just have to make that up. So Citibank, I still like for more upside. Again, it's just choppy at the moment. Again, I expect this slow melt, nothing going on happening today. Even the stock market almanac says today might be a little bit of a bear day or a bear day, usually bearish, 60% of the time or more. So again, temper expectations. We know next week is Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to have an extra day off on Monday, next Monday. So Friday, what does that mean, team? That means Friday, people are going to get out of the office a little early, maybe take the day off, kind of get that extra juice for the weekend as everyone hits the beach, the official start of summer, and of course, the Monaco Grand Prix. I just want to say this for the record. I want to see this video in the future. 2 years from now, you will see me at the Monaco Grand Prix for F1. And I hope we have some GAR followers in Europe that I can link up with and take photos and watch some F1 with you guys. I just want to say it for posterity. 2 years from now, Monaco F1 Grand Prix. Now, where I sit, I don't know. I'm not going to have a yacht by then, but I want to go. Anyways, back to work. Let's see TGT. Target. All right. On the hourly, nothing. Did we fill this gap? Well, we did. Above 180, we can target 208 on target. Got an inverse head and shoulders here. There's an April earnings gap to fill from 2 years ago that I'm looking for. I think you keep an eye on target for that break. We can move the stop here or the actual breakout right around 181.99. If we zoom out, you can see left shoulder, head, right shoulder forming. Stay above the 20. We'll use that as our shoulder line, or you can use actually 138 as a shoulder line. But I think the 20 DMAs, 20 MA on the weekly would be a good momentum indicator. Again, these are weekly candles. So this is going to take a while to set up, but target will go higher this year. There is a gap to fill right here at May 23rd of 2022, I believe. Could that gap fill? Possibly. But again, you need to get above 182 to do so. Let's see. XOM calls. The freebie. Yes. Cup, meet handle. And we know that's bullish. So what's happening on XOM? It is green this morning. Do I smell a breakout? It took a little bit. Patience, right? Stay above the 20. Got the breakout. I'll see you above 120.74 as we get to 125. Another one we could watch, XLE. Retest of the breakout, retest support, broke below it. We're now bouncing off the 20-day DMA and the 50 DMA. Get above 95.16, 17 cents. I want to go long XLE. I know, a lot of energy, but we're going to go higher. So keep an eye on XLE. XOM's the biggest part of XLE, mind you. BABA we took care of on Friday. Is it pulling back this morning? It's pulling back again. So there you go. Pulling back slightly. Was at 90 last week, still an upward trend. Nothing really changed there. Yeah, nice push. I mean, here's your 200 day. You still have a gap to fill at 94. So just get about above 90 again, and you'll be on your way to 94. Maybe we get a chance at playing that gap fill. So I'm going to place an alert at 90. I have no problem getting into Alibaba again. There has been some inflows in China stocks. You got that breakout of this base, at the breakout here of this downward trend line, and you have a gap to fill here from September. Stay long. BABA, in my opinion, above 90. Thoughts on NVIDIA? I talked about that on the video as well this past week. I expect NVIDIA to go higher. I expect 1,000 is going to come. Well, we want to say, I can't say by the end of the week because that'll be a tough trade. I would say rather a couple weeks. If you bought time, it's just going to be expensive. I would not trade it ahead of earnings. If you want to trade NVIDIA, and I think NVIDIA goes higher, I think TQ's calls are going to be the cheapest route to do it. Above 64.28, I take a look at anything volume-wise, 65, 66, 67 with time. The longer time expiry you have, maybe you can go a little more OTM out of the money, but get me above 64.28. I don't expect this to happen today. Again, you see the chop here. But if you wanted to trade NVIDIA, I think TQs is probably the better route to do it. But I do expect NVIDIA to beat their quarter. I don't know their numbers. I expect NVIDIA to move higher. Could it pull back? Yeah. What is your downside risk? 880, 884, and right around this trend line here around 820. But I do firmly believe that it would go higher. I just wouldn't trade it because it's just too damn expensive. That's it. Just wait on it. That's the best thing you could do. You can have one of my Max Verstappen hats if you go to Monaco. Hell yeah. Well, I'm a Merc fan. I like Lewis, but Max is crazy. He did what was it? The Sim 24-hour Le Mans. I don't think he did 24-hour Le Mans, but he did his Sim racing team, and then he won at Imola. Guy's a beast. SMH calls. Yeah, you could do SMH. Again, that's going to be a little more on the expensive side. I'm trying to find something that most everyone can have access to. You know, SMH is higher ticket price, let's just say. I can't say expensive. $231.58. So, I mean, that's the best we could do, in my opinion, to kind of keep it in that $1.50 to around $2.50 range for call options with time. The only way you're going to get kind of semiconductor calls on the cheap is if you play something kind of within the space, but you know, you're going to have to go OTM and you have to go same week. That's going to be a tough one, and you have to get it right. You know, even Apple, when we traded the earnings, we had those calls from a week ago or 2 weeks before that. So we'll see what NVIDIA does. I fully expect them to move higher. Yes, Lewis will be a Ferrari by then. Bingo. That's right. So go Ferrari. Let's see. Starbucks. Is it time to do calls? We did Starbucks on Friday. So we already caught that. That was a really good one. So can we get back in is probably the question. 77.65. You got your highs at 78.13. Let's see what the volume does. Maybe we can trade all the way up to 80. 79.58 is your 20-day. If that cracks, you have a gap to fill from earnings at 87. That might be a little tough to get to, but that's what I'm looking for Starbucks. But we already hit it. I have no problem going at it again. Get me to 78.13. We can. And TGT reports this week. Gotcha. Yep, that's right. So I would probably wait on that. Maybe they break out. Well, who knows? But retail sales are down. So temper expectations on Target. I know Walmart had a great number, but Target ain't Walmart in terms of size and logistics and what they offer. JPM, I do like still. I love the banks. We just filled that downside gap. We're just going to have to see the volume for more upside. Worst case scenario, retest 197.57. That's really it. But the upside is still there. And Goldman Sachs, we've traded this, I think, this year. And that just keeps chugging along, just pretty much in an upward line. Yeah, look at that thing. How do you trade this? It's already at all-time highs. So at this point, you're just waiting for a pullback. You're waiting for some kind of hope that we get to 427, retest the breakout, and get back in. So no, I wouldn't go long on Goldman here. All right, I think I got everybody. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your morning, and I'll see you in Monaco in 2 years. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you soon. Cheers.